Hey subscribers and YouTubers, hey Flathead Terry here. Hey, check this out, trumpet horn from my old Model A. Someone had installed it years ago. My goal today is to show you, yes you, how to repair these and get them working again. Check it out. We can do it. Okay, let's take a look at this horn a little bit closer. What you'll notice here is a relay. Of course, then the horns themselves and a couple of wires coming out of there, and they connect here to the relay as well. So basically what's happening is you apply 6 volts into here and you have a ground wire over here. So that's your actually horn button circuit here that goes through the coil in the relay. Once that closes, it applies 6 volts to this connection here, flows through each horn, and then to ground. In this case, it's going to be anywhere on this mounting frame here. You can kind of see I ground off a little bit here because it's a little rusty. So let's take some measurements and I'll show you what to look for. And for this project, you're going to need a multimeter. So what we're going to do is set our meter to ohms and the lowest setting. I get it down here to 200 ohm range. Set it down here. And what I'm going to do is just measure across the relay right here. Measure 3.4 ohms. Okay, that's good. So I'll show you this shortly. I'll take that cover off and show you the coil inside. So we're measuring to make sure that that coil has continuity and it's not open. The circuit isn't open or it doesn't have a cut wire or something like that. So let's go on to the next. Each of the horns have coils within them. So what we're going to do is measure the resistance of those coils. Hopefully it's going to be about less than an ohm, and that will confirm that the coils themselves are good. So what I'm going to do is measure between this point, the 2 wires, and ground. You can see that there. Yeah, about half an ohm, 0.4 ohms. So again, good news that the coils are good. Okay, let's take that relay off and take a look at what's inside. Okay, here's the relay. Underneath, take a look. There's this little tab right here. I bent that back, of course. So there's 2 little nubs here. Let's pull this cover off carefully. There we go. There it is. So there's a little coil I was talking about, coil of wire. So basically what happens, again, when I showed before, was that we apply voltage to across these points here. We measured that resistance, which was 3.4 ohms, but you apply a voltage across here, creates a magnet, pulls down this relay right here, this little clip right here, if you can see that. And it closes these contacts. So there's 6 volts on the other side of this contact. So basically what it's doing is turning on a switch. So applying 6 volts to the horns. So that's what's happening here. So we've already measured the ohmage, and that's already good. So next thing we're going to do is apply 6 volts to these connections and see if this relay clicks. Let's check it out. All right, I hooked up a 6-volt battery right here. Put that off to the side. Connected my leads. Here's the relay itself. Connected one to the ground side of things. Here's the other connection here for that relay. Let me see if I can position this in a way where you can see the relay open and close. Make sure I got a good connection here. Oop, get it over here. There you go. You can hear it clicking. There you go. Okay, there's the relay. So, good news, the relay is working. So another thing to note on these as I remove power, sometimes those contacts stick or have a poor connection. between them. So you can get a little file or a little piece of sandpaper and sand those down to make a better contact. So, good news. Okay, with the relay being good so far, what we're going to do now is test each horn individually. So we have the 2 wires way down there. I'll apply 6 volts to each of them. Hold on. Wow, works perfect. Okay, that's one. Let's try the other one. Now that we've tested both horns individually and the relay by itself, now we're going to test it all together. So what I've done is I've used my car battery, 6 volts, and used some thicker gauge wire just temporarily. This is kind of rigged up just for demonstration purposes. You'll also see that I've replaced it with the bigger battery to handle the current load of both horns by themselves. This motorcycle battery could certainly handle each individual horn, but not together. So we'll set that aside. Now, let's listen to it. That is loud.